everybody, welcome. Thanks for joining me. I'm Stefan. This is the White Dog Tarot. We're going to be doing some free readings. It's going to be a little bit of a shorter stream. I think they close in like an hour, so I just wanted to make sure I got on today. I did a members only video yesterday, so please feel free to check that out if you're a member. And if you're not, take a look at my membership program I just set up. We already have so many members. First tier members get access to my individual sign readings, and you also get priority questions in all my live shows, which, as you all know, are free. And second and third tier members also get one free reading, private reading off air with me every month. Hey Zay. Zay, I loved your new TikTok video you made. And yeah, thanks everybody for joining me. Hey Ingrid, I'm doing great. I'm doing so good. I got a ton of sleep. You know what? You said I do have a Liam Neeson side profile. I actually didn't put it together until you made the TikTok. So I honestly have to agree with you. Hey Wolf. Yeah guys, please feel free to check out my TikTok show or my TikTok channel. It's quite small. We just started it. My moderator Stego Lego runs it. She's my creative director. So you're tying editing that. That's funny. Zay, I've been trying to timestamp good readings for you on all the lives. Also, Zay, and for everybody else, I think we need to start some kind of running tally of the number of times someone tells me that I look like a band member of Stray Kids. It's starting to get out of control. Hey, Breda. Finn Balor, the wrestler? I haven't heard that one before. I don't know who that is. I don't know who Finn Balor is. That's a very cool name, though. What's up, Dante? You know what? I haven't, but if that's a sexual innuendo, I love the creativity. Okay, I'll have to check him out, Wolf. And yeah, for everybody new, thanks for joining me. So it wasn't a sexual innuendo? Okay, now I can actually say it. Dante said, have you ever had butter on a Pop-Tart? I'm sorry, I have a twisted mind. I turn everything into a sexual innuendo. Yeah, everybody, please feel free to subscribe if you're new. All my live shows are free, so I started this show to try and be in service of other people and try and help, so I'm grateful to all of you. Iyad, hello from Africa, wow. It's great to see you, Iyad. I'm Stefan. Where in Africa are you? Iyad, I actually, I lived in Africa briefly, in Senegal, or excuse me, off the coast of Senegal, in Cape Verde. Algeria, okay. That's up there. You know what, Iyad, and it's great to meet you. At my own peril of looking like a rube, I'm gonna actually just say what I know every American would probably be thinking. I mean, there's so many countries in Africa. It's unbelievable. I don't even think, I would say under 10% of Americans would know how many. I mean, there's more countries than states. Hey Valdemir, great to see you. Japanese born, very nice. Piquete Buddhist. The soul patch is gone? No, I just shaved it down. Wow, you guys spend way too much time looking. I mean, I'm flattered. You guys spend way too much time looking at me. You guys can always tell when I make small modifications to my face. What's up, Snare Mac? You've never seen me without your chest tattoo out? Brandy! Brandy, thank you so much. I actually saw that. Brandy, it's so great to meet you. I'm Stefan. Thank you so much. Zay, Brandy, and for everybody, Brandy is my first member in my second tier called Two Dogs. Brandy, thank you so much. I'm so grateful. And Brandy, every month, you get one free private reading with me. So, you should have instructions, but you just have to email me to set it up, okay? And it's so great to meet you. I'm so grateful. Brandy, what's your sun sign? I'll do a members video for your sign tomorrow. Michael J. Fox. Guys, I have a dark secret. I actually have a dark secret that I think I'm ready to speak out loud, happy dude. You know, to this day, one of my favorite movies, and I am a byproduct of like the 80s and 90s. One of my favorite movies is Teen Wolf with Michael J. Fox. It's just chef's kiss. What's up, Ian? Can you be my personal trainer? You know, I've never had one. I actually do pretty well on my own, but I'm not gonna turn down a gentleman's offer. So I would love for a personal trainer. I do pretty good though. I try to do like, my routine is pull-ups in different positions. Well, I do L-shaped pull-ups. I use free weights, and then I do a bunch of one-arm push-ups. And stretching. Back to the Future. Well, happy dude, if you like Back to the Future, you should watch Teen Wolf. It's great. Brandy, you're a Virgo. Okay, great. And thank you so much, Brandy. Yes, so just, you can email me whenever you like. I just need a little bit of a notice, but yeah, you get one free private reading every month with me. I'll bring the candles. I said I look like I'm in great shape already. Thanks, man. Well, I'm 37. I think regular exercise is a necessary evil. And I also just have good genetics, so. Golnar, sure. Of course you can ask a question. Aquarius. Yeah, guys, if you're interested in joining my membership program, honestly, this is going to be the most unsexy opinion. I will be the only reader on YouTube to operate this way. Well, I mean, I think my show's a bit different than all the other tarot shows, but with that said, I don't really do general readings. I'm just not into them. I'm not convinced that for a huge, I guess, nebulous group of people, they help. I actually think sometimes general readings can hurt us because we want to make everything about us. But And I also hate talking about exes. I don't find that to be helpful. I actually kind of think it's like the opposite of what tarot stands for, like talking about people that don't belong in our lives on every reading. But I just started doing individual sign readings, and it's gonna be for members only. So far it's been great. You know, it's a much smaller group of people watching, only White Dog Army members, so the energy is usually better. So if you're interested in watching my individual sign readings, sign up for a member. And yeah, Brandy, you get, of course, priority questions on every live show. So Golner, what's your question? Hey, Aurora, it's great to meet you. Aurora, you want to leave? Mirjam, why couldn't you? Golner, hang tight. I want to help Mirjam with this. I hope you don't mind. Not that anybody is ever more important than another, but I think that question, I think Mirjam might need a little bit. I think her issue is a little bit more pressing than your future spouse, but we will get to you. Hey, lady. Mirjam, are you still here? How long have you been struggling with with an addiction? Hey, Eve. I live in New York. I'm Stefan. You know, Mirjam, it's great to meet you, by the way. I know you're new here. I mean, for everybody who knows me, you know, I always at my own peril. I never mind being completely open about myself and my past. I feel like it's what I owe you guys. You know, I do this show free, really to try and help other people if I can. And if I'm lucky enough, make someone's life, you know, better in a very small way. Hopefully long term, but I mean, I used to do a ton of drugs, Mirjam. And obviously that's not something I say proudly, but I mean, my 20s was like enmeshed in like drugs, crime, a lot of violence, a lot of self-destructive behaviors. You don't have to apologize. I'm not sorry for it. You know, it taught me a lot about myself. And I filled my quota. It's not even something I think about ever for me, but, you know, how old are you? 12 years on and off, okay. And where do you live, if you don't mind me asking? You're 43, okay. Netherlands, okay. Is it opiates? I'm sorry if I'm being presumptuous. I'm just assuming, not that I should, but alcohol, okay. I'm sorry I made a presumption. That's tough, man. I mean, guys, in many ways, alcohol's the hardest. If you find yourself struggling with a problem, this is tough, Ben. You know, I'm not a drug counselor. I've just made a lot of mistakes. You know, I had to hit kind of like a bottom in my life. Like, I had to lose a lot before I got my shit together, and my hope is that you don't have to do that. Are there like support groups out there for you? It sure is a firm foundation, Austin. Yeah. You feel like you need to drink? Yeah. You said there is AA. Okay, and you know what, guys? I mean, I am never going to make like I'm never going to stand on a soapbox and make a negative comment about like AA. But that doesn't work for everybody, you know? I didn't find it to be helpful for myself. You know, I actually found that the worst thing that would induce me wanting to like do drugs, truthfully, was boredom. It was not feeling stimulated or happy, you know? Are you in a relationship? So you said CG, don't try marijuana. I mean, yeah. You know, if you have an addictive personality, switching from one substance to the other might not be the best thing, but I guess guys, you know, I'm not co-signing this, but I guess if you asked me in a vacuum if it was possible to start using cannabis and it helped to not drink, I would tell you that 100 times over, you know? So, Hey, Marjam, it's really nice to meet you, man. You know, the best way we can build confidence, I find, this is not a Stefan quote, I heard someone else say this, I think his name was Jay Shetty, and it's really true. You know, the best way we can build confidence is by keeping promises to ourselves. I'd like, you know, do you have Instagram? I imagine you have email. Dude, if you want somebody to talk to off air, I'm happy to help, man. You know, I think maybe you and I can talk more candidly. But listen, give yourself some credit. It's not easy to even admit that it's an issue. Okay, a lot of people aren't even bold enough to do that, you know. You know, I started this show in some ways to have a place where we could kind of like speak uncomfortable truths, you know, and in some ways be anonymous. So, and guys, for everybody new, I have a live caller show. If anybody ever, when I'm on mobile streaming, I have a free to call tarot show where we don't have to talk about tarot. We can talk about anything if anybody ever wants to call on the show for free. So Marjam, all right, I'm gonna recommend something abstract, kind of in jest, but also in earnest. All right. Maybe you just need a dog. Do you have a dog? You do have a dog? Perhaps you need a second one. You know, if it helps, you know, I got to a point where the way I would feel afterward, how horrible I would feel about myself, like physically, it got to a point where, like, the way I would feel using, like how good I feel, it didn't even it didn't even compare to how shitty it would feel afterward. So just try and remember that, all right? But please email me. My email's in my video description. Okay, all of them, and on my channel page. And you can message me on Instagram. I don't do empty gestures. Okay, that's not a thing I do. You know, I say what I mean what I say to people. So please reach out to me. Just, you know, we can talk about it. So. I don't know how serious it's gotten for you, but we can talk about it. But hey, Diana. Snuff. I don't know what that meant. It kind of sounded like it could have been funny, but. Kaom, I have no idea what you're saying. All right, let's try to get a reading in because I don't have long because they're only open till 6 tonight. So, hey, Gigi. You know, Marjam, just be patient with yourself, okay? Try to have grace for yourself, okay? That goes for everybody. You know, it's like we make ourselves pay for the same, like, thing that we do over and over and over again. All right, guys, if you make a mistake, try to learn from it. You know, don't keep yourself under judgment over and over and over again for mistakes, okay? Oh, thanks, Guppy. Happy New Year to you too. Hey, Sarah. Hey, Judy. What's my opinion? The combination of tarot card of the world and the High Priestess. I guess it depends on the context. Hey, Yvette. Okay, guys, let's do a question. Guys, my show's completely free. I do my best to get to questions. I do always prioritize super chat questions, and if you're a member, you get priority questions on all my shows. Hey, Sunflower. Where do I stream from? I like to mix it up. Right now I'm at this place called Moto. It's like a coffee shop that sells vintage motorcycles. But as I'm sure many of you know, I like to bounce around. Truthfully, guys, the reason I haven't been streaming from my computer, which is when I do my live caller show, is my computer is like steam powered. It's so old. I should probably get a new one soon. So, ooh, my right ear's ringing. Ooh. Hey, Mendy. About a year, Mendy. Yes, Gigi, you will. If you will it, it is no dream, my friend. Just save up. Zay, are you still here? I usually just let a moderator pick a question. Bye, Diana. Diana, tutto bene, tutto bene. The Gaming King, how will this meeting go that I have with your ex-lover coming up in a couple of days? Well, Gaming King, you know what I would tell you, my friend? It's entirely dependent on what you choose to say. So, you know, I don't know what this meeting is, but you know what? If you show up and you speak authentically and honestly, and you're open about how you feel, it's gonna go great, regardless of what happens, you know? Guys, I find myself saying that often because I think we all need to hear it, you know? Often we're so concerned about how things are gonna go with people. Guys, if you are authentic, you understand what you're looking for in somebody, you're honest with people, you're open, you don't play games, you tell people what you're feeling in an honest way, it shouldn't matter what the outcome is, you know? That's when the universe, the gods, however you want to look at it, support us. That's what this is to me. The universe doesn't support us when we do things out of ego, or we're afraid, or we're not authentic with people who maybe we're in messy situations with. That's detachment. It's doing the right thing for yourself, being honest with people about how you feel, specifically so we don't keep ourselves stuck waiting. That's how you get stagnant and there's no forward motion in your life. It's about being honest with people, and if somebody receives that well, I can't tell you how good it feels to actually take a chance and be honest with somebody and truly open, and have them receive it. But if somebody doesn't receive your authenticity or honesty, that's good too. I mean, that's quite literally your proof of concept about what that person actually means in your life. I mean, guys, if somebody rejects your truth, why the fuck would you want to be with somebody like that? Somebody who loves you and really cares about you should never turn their back on you when you're being honest and open. So that's at least how I look at it. What kind of person, Golder, will be your future spouse? Golder, do you really need tarot for this? I'm gonna ask you a question, because this is what's more important than me telling you. What kind of person are you looking for? What are some of the qualities in somebody that matter to you? You'll marry me? Thanks, Gab. Absolutely, Austin. I couldn't agree more, brother. That's actually one of my core values, is friendship. I think we tend to forget that, like, is somebody we have to spend pretty much every day with. I mean, damn. I mean, often through time, when like the spark can sometimes wear off. I mean, that's why relationships, I think, stop working. It's because we realize that we don't even really know that much about the person, or really enjoy spending time with them. Oh, damn, dude. I'm sorry to hear your mom passed. Can I do a future spouse reading? Yeah. But Golden, the reason I'm asking you this, I'm trying to give you a perspective on how to attract the right person. That's why. Because it's important for you to know what qualities you value in somebody, so you can identify when that person enters your life. Do you understand what I'm saying? Guys, it's amazing to me how many people don't even know what they're looking for in a person, in a partner, in a relationship. You know? I mean, a lot of people, and trust me, this was like an ego check for me. It was actually before I started tarot. I actually had this woman ask me what my core values were in a relationship. And I realized I wasn't even sure that I spent any time thinking about it. Guys, it's amazing how many people don't even know what their core values are in a relationship. You know, how do you even know what you're looking for? And somebody doesn't have to have the same. To me, I just want to know that somebody knows what theirs are. Like, I remember I had gone on a couple dates with this woman. She was really beautiful, nice person. And I remember I asked her what her core values were. She couldn't even answer the question. You know what she said to me? She was like being in shape, and then she kind of stopped. And I was like, okay. So that's it, your core value is being in shape. So the only thing you need me to do is maintain my six-pack. That's your only core value. Golner, you know what? I'll make you a deal. Now, and if you need time to think about it, I want you to reflect on what your core values are in a relationship personally. And when you share them with me, then I'm going to do that reading for you, okay? That's the agreement that we have, since I do free readings, all right? So desperate for an I do. I will say, there's nothing like a really great song that just gives you rose-colored goggles for a minute, right? Yes, you can, Ingrid. You were the first one here, so. Okay. You know what, Golner? I want you to think about it some more. To me, I don't think honesty is a core value. That should be the baseline. We shouldn't have to ask for honesty. I'm gonna pull a card for Ingrid Golner because she was the first one in my chat today. Hey Silas, thanks. Appreciate it. I didn't need you to tell me that Jesus loves me. I think he loves everybody. I think that was the thing, you know. But thank you, I appreciate you, man. And the same to you. Hey Lois, thank you. Guys, I'm trying to get us to maybe think and look at this differently, all right? There's so much more to tarot than like seeing how some shithead ex feels about us. or what the love of our life is gonna look like. You know, I try to use this grounded in something real, okay? Because this doesn't guarantee anything. To me, this shows us a timeline available to us that the universe wants us to know is there. Should we be brave enough to fucking take it? Because the truth is, many of us have an idea in our head about what our person is gonna look like, how we're gonna meet them, and more often than not, it ends up not working out like that, trust me. Okay? The reason I want you to reflect on the things that are important to you, because we say we want things like somebody who's gonna like give us unconditional love and be attentive and compassionate and allow us to be independent. But then when that person shows up, what do? We get triggered. We push them away. We see somebody who we think is more attractive, who doesn't have any of those qualities, and we forget about that person. So it's important for us to really understand what we're looking for, and if we can, reflect on what we're not through some of the lessons that we hopefully learned from the past people. So, all right, Ingrid, let's pull a card for you. Oh, guys, please feel free to subscribe and hit the thumbs up button. Oh, thanks, Lois. Appreciate you. Aw, great, Sierra's Corner. You're welcome. And guys, I'm Stefan for everybody new. Thanks for finding my weird fucking show. You know, I started this show in February. I left my old suit and tie corporate life behind after I almost died. And everybody thought I was fucking crazy. And I had this crazy idea to do a different type of show than I think pretty much every other tarot show I've seen. You know, so, I mean, damn, guys, I used to be a walking fucking tower moment in people's lives. And I always used to think about how many, like, ripples and, like, just the things I did affected so many people in so many negative ways. So you know, when I started this, I kept thinking, like, wouldn't the opposite be true? Like, what can being kind to somebody you don't know do? Like, what kind of waves can that create, you know? So, all right, Ingrid, let me pull a card. Who's being negative? Oh, thanks, Benita. Is it, wait, B Anita? Or is it Benita? Because that's like my favorite Tribe Called Quest song. I'm just gonna call you Benita, if that's cool. Benita Applebaum. You gotta put me on. You know that song? What kind of spouse do I want? Let's pull a card. You know, we can save the waxing poetic for when I have more time. Because, guys, I don't have a lot of time left. And I have a private reading with somebody in a little bit. Superman? I haven't heard that. I only get Spider-Man. He's absolutely still around you, Teresa, beyond any reasonable doubt. All right, Ingrid. Guys, please feel free to connect with me on Instagram or through email if you're interested in a private reading. I try to be pretty reasonable. I charge $40 for half-hour private readings and $75 for an hour. So you can, ooh, Ingrid, 2. Okay, Ingrid, what's the choice about? This is a clear message, Ingrid. Okay. Ingrid, great message for you, hon. Are you still here? Okay. Ingrid, if there's a choice that you've been thinking about making, and I would suppose that there is. You don't have to tell me what it is. I know last year was really rough for you, and I know we talked a lot about things that changes we can make when we're not happy, you know, with areas of our life, you know, looking at the things we're not happy with and deciding some of the small or big things we can do to make changes. I think there's something that's been on your mind. You don't have to tell me. I know there has been. And I don't care if it's a huge thing or a small thing. It's something you've been thinking about. I want to tell you right now, it's time to make the choice. And you'll know, because the idea of committing to it, that like making that choice, the idea of it should make you feel happy. It should make you feel something. There should be, guys, feelings are intuition. You know, for everybody who may not understand how to tap into that, we shouldn't have to intellectualize and send everything up to our left brain. Intuition is tied to our feelings, like an emotional feeling we get. The right choice is something that feels right to you. Ingrid, the second you make this choice and commit to it, and when I say make the choice and commit, I mean take the energy and put it into action, okay? Things are going to pick up so fast for you once you make the commitment to it in a real way. This is like unbelievably fast action, like manifestation, creating with the magician, and trusting in the process of it, being present, okay? No more holding yourself or closing yourself off to new, okay? Yes, it is. Deciding things is easy, Ingrid. The hard part, guys, we fear decision making, even when we know what the right decision is. We always know what the right choice is. We tell ourselves it's not easy because the second we acknowledge what is the right choice, that means we actually have to do something about it. And that's what scares people. Ingrid, the universe hates indecision. They like decisiveness, especially when it comes to things that they are fucking begging you to do. All right? Don't keep yourself stuck. That's not how we move forward. That's not how we close out cycles. And I'm going to speak to you with candor on this, okay? I know last year was rough, and I know you were really struggling. With that said, you know what it's going to look like should you do nothing and make no choices. If you hate being stuck, make the choice. Choose new. Is that really more terrifying than feeling the way you do currently? Ingrid. Take healthy risks. What do you have to lose? I mean, guys, I quite literally almost had to die to understand that idea. Like, taking a chance on something, if it quite literally can't kill you, and you think it could actually bring you real happiness, what the fuck do we have to lose? Ingrid, you wanted me to pull cards for you? Now it is incumbent on you, my friend, to do something about it. Guys, tarot doesn't fucking mean anything if we don't take the messages. Alright? You got Eight of Wands and Magician. This is powerful energy. And it's fast-moving energy. Are you guys are closed? Are you guys done? Okay. Guys, I gotta split. I'm so sorry. Ingrid, if you want to talk to me a little bit more about this later, we can. But make the choice, my friend. I believe in you. Amanda, I'm so sorry. I gotta go. They're closing, and I have a private reading now. I might stream later from home, okay, guys? So set your notifications. You're welcome, Sierras. And if you're interested in a private reading, please connect with me on Instagram or through email. And and if you want to join my membership, you get priority questions on all my shows. So, okay, I'll see you guys later. Ciao.